So once again, the final round of the championship is on the North Loop. It's the place where the drivers are tested probably the most across the entire season. Lots of places to have issues, lots of places to make up time and lose time. It's always a difficult one for people to get the hang of. Sometimes we even see drivers who do good all the way through the season not have a very good race around the North Loop. The start should be interesting with everybody close together. No pits until lap 5. So with long laps, there's only 20 laps in this race because we're looking at 4 and 5 minute lap times. It's going to be close together in the early stages. GT1s are driving the Emirates this time for the last round. GT2s are in the Italy GTO and GT3s are in the Comet Retro Custom in only the third ever technical multi-class MCEC race. We've got the Supers class with the Emirates, the Italy GTO and the Comet Retro Custom in the Sports class. The only two occasions where we've had a proper multi-class race before have been the Guardian in the off-road class race. The Guardian is technically in the industrial vehicles class, and this season as well, actually, round 4 in the sedans, with the Shafter V12 technically being in the sports class. This is the first time we've done it where cars aren't able to be used in other races. So we've got an incredible amount of championships to be decided. Basically, all of the championships are up for grabs today, unlike on Xbox One, where it was just about GT2. We've got GT1, GT2 and GT3 are all going to be decided today. And GT2 in particular, 4 different drivers can win. And it's basically, out of those 4, whoever wins the race wins the championship. It's insane. So they're all ready. You can see the top 2, Clio in the top left, Darnock in the top right. They are fighting for the GT1 championship. The grid is determined by starting championship positions. So Clio is in the lead of the championship, starting in pole position. Darnock in second. I think it's basically Clio is going to win the championship as long as he finishes in the top 4. I think Darnock needs to win, and then Clio needs to not finish in the top few. GT2, it's anybody's guess. To be honest, it's absolutely crazy. We'll talk about that. And then GT3, we've got the 2 championship perspectives there as well, between Beta 1 Hit in the top left, starting in pole position, and Berserker in the top right, starting in second place. Those are the 2 fighting for the championship there. So it always adds to the championship spectacle when we have the top few, when the grid is based on championship standings. You guaranteed a fight. Alright, there they go. Clio and Darnock keeping those top 2 spots. Looks like Mindless Riff was up the back of Darnock there, going into the first corner. GT2. Oh, that looks tight going into the first. Jed gets into the lead. So those top 4, as there's a crash behind, Jed, CT Ski, O'Darn and Daniani. Those are the 4 who are fighting for the championship. And it looks like Beta 1 Hit is keeping the lead ahead of Berserker, but let's go straight to the GT3 perspective. Is Berserker going to get that job done?
Oh, they are side by...
They're really side by side. Oh, over the championship in the first few corners, and they're this close. Oh, Berserker. Oh no, it's all over straight away.
Gutted.
That's exactly what I've done on the North Loop when a championship's been on the line. I think I did it was season 1, I think. I was fighting for the GT1 championship, and I did exactly the same thing, just lost it in the first couple of corners. It's not over until it's over, though. Let's check GT2. Berserker's going to have a good comeback, though. I can't remember the specifics, but Berserker basically needs to win the race.
So if I can just take you over to GT1 just quickly, it looks like Darnock has lost second position to Mindless Riff.
Okay, yeah, it looked like that was going to happen, so that's an even bigger challenge for Darnock at this point if he wants that championship victory. So yeah, Cleo in the lead, Mindless Riff second, Darnock third. Someone's just crashed it. Eric has crashed it, just in front of me. Dropped down to the back.
It looks like Satiski is about to be battling for the lead of GT2 here. A massive amount of speed.
Yeah, there they are, going past me. Incredibly close. The top 4 in GT2 are the top 4 who are fighting for the championship as well. Right, so let's talk about GT2. Basically, we've got Danny in the top left, Odan in the top right, Citiski in the bottom left. Mountain Jed is currently in the lead of the race. We don't have his perspective. If any one of those 4 drivers wins this race, they'll win the championship, regardless of what anyone else does, apart from Citiski. If Citiski wins the race, he needs Mountain Jed not to finish second. If Jed finishes second and Citiski wins the race, Jed will win the championship. Otherwise, whoever wins the race wins the championship out of 4 drivers.
So close.
Unbelievable.
Between first, second, and third.
Yeah. Oh, Dan's right there as well. This is what we're watching. I don't think we're going to be able to take our eyes off this.
Decided.
It's decided. I mean, Danny is right behind them as well. We got the top 4 all fighting for the championship, and they're all nose to tail on the first lap. And this is what it does.
Feeling the pressure. Satiski's going for it.
Having the starting grid
Gets the job done.
Yeah, he does. So that puts Citiski into the
Darn's
lead.
pulling it as well. Oh, Darn.
So
going for Mountain Jed.
a few seconds earlier, Mountain Jed would have won the championship. As it stands right now, Mountain Jed is still winning the championship. If Odan overtakes Jed, then Citiski will win the championship. And it's just unreal. It's going to be like this all the way through.
Oh, it's going to be a good race.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
excited.
Right, I'm a little bit out of sync. So
I'm so glad we've got so many perspectives for this as well.
yeah. So at the minute, bloody hell, GT1. 4 of them came past me, nose to tail. Alright, I'll show you them as they go past me, these GT2s. So that's the top 4. All fighting for the championship. Winner takes all. GT1 Cleo is leading from pole position. And let's see GT3 when they come past. Oh, down on 2 wheels, saves it. There's Beta 1 hit going past. Large Soda in second. How's Berserker doing? Has he made up more positions? Jay Santos third. Zeppi fourth.
Berserker's made up 1 position. He's got 2.
Yeah, there he is. Okay. So, let me just check Discord to see what the permutations were for GT3. Berserker has to finish in the top 4 positions.
Jed has just gotten ahead of
He
CT
has.
again.
Jed back into the lead.
Oh, they're side by side going down the S's.
Oh, look at this. Dan is right there as well. He's good. This is some good racing from the GT2s. Oh,
Oh,
big crash. Dan takes the lead.
no!
That gives
Oh,
Dan the
crazy.
championship.
Danny's in second.
Danny in second. CT Ski is right there in third. But if CT Ski wants to take this championship, he's going to have to get back to the lead. Same for Jed.
O'Darn's looking stoic.
Yeah.
Stoic on his webcam.
There they are.
To get through that crash there.
Mountain Jed now in fourth place.
That move may have sealed the deal with his championship. Oh, CT's going for the move on Danny.
Is he going to get it done? Oh, so close. I think he's got a good line going up here. He should get the
Yeah.
run. Yeah, there's into second.
Right. Needs to hunt down O'Darn now. I have to say, I hope the pit stops don't rob us of this race. I prefer to see it getting done out on the track rather than getting set
Yeah.
up with the-
So yeah, going back to GT3, Berserker needs to finish in the top 4, and Beta 1 hit, and have Beta 1 hit not finish directly behind him. So at the minute, with Beta 1 hit in the lead, it looks like GT3 is over immediately.
Oh, Darn's having some issues there.
G-
Oh, Danny's had a major crash now.
Oh, that's Danny out of the championship early on, I think.
Oh, well, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. He's got to win the race. But here comes the GT1s. There's Cleo in the lead. Looks like Mindless Riff in second, Darnock in third. Trumpet in fourth. Cloud in fifth. Eric in sixth. Blaze in seventh, Maud in eighth, and then Kimmy, I think, is in ninth. Yes. So I tell you what, we'll leave it on this, so then we can see the GT2s come through.
CT-Ski's got that consistency going now.
Oh, they're so close.
They sure are. This is the race we deserve.
This is the race we want.
Finale.
Yeah. Four-way fight for the championship in the finale. That's what it's all about. I think I'm going to rearrange these perspectives. I'm going to put Odan and CT Ski in the top 2 spots, move Danny down, so we're looking at first and second in the top 2.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. Looks like Beta 1 Hits pulling out a lead on Large Soda, who is pulling out in second place on... It was Jay Santos, but this is a huge gap. Still Jay Santos, but Berserker's now into fourth place ahead of Zeppi as the GT1s are coming through. Okay, so GT1s are meeting with the GT3s at the shared section already. Meanwhile in GT2, CT Ski and Odan are close.
They are very close.
So Jed is still just behind these two in third place. Assume CT Ski gets into the lead. If Jed is able to overtake Ordan for second, then Jed would still win the championship. Like, it's insane.
CT Ski has certainly shaken up this entire championship, hasn't he?
He has. Both CT Ski and Ordan basically have one round of 0 score points. So they're essentially going to be, it's best 7 out of 8 rounds that count to the championship, but they've both had 2 rounds with 0 scores because CTski came into the championship late, missed the first 2 rounds. Ordan missed 1 round and then got his disqualification for the pit lane shenanigans. So they're both 1 down on Jed and Danny Annie, and that's why it's so close in the points.
These GTOs get some height over that
Yeah,
jump.
I know. Oh, CTski's got the... Ooh, he'd be a brave man going there on the GTO.
Yeah. Anything could happen with the GTO.
Yeah. This is amazing. We've got exactly the same thing as what we had in the Xbox race, where the top 2 are fighting out for the championship, but we've also got 2 others who can still have an impact.
Yeah, I love it. GT2's where it's at.
Yeah.
Let's check on Berserker. Berserker is up into 3rd now. It's got Large Soda ahead of him.
Berserker's got himself up in a 3rd, has he? Yeah, quite far back to Berserker though. To Large Soda, I should say.
Yeah.
Berserker's quite far back to Berserker.
Yep, good job.
So, for anything for Beta 1 Hit to not win the GT3 championship, Berserker needs to close this gap that we're seeing right now, win the race.
Oh, Danny as a spin.
Oh, Danny's had a nightmare. To finish that, he needs to close the gap, win the race, and have Beta 1 Hit not finish second. But they would share the championship in that instance, actually, for the first time ever in an MCEC championship. So I think GT1 and GT3, even though disconnections can change things, as it stands right now, we're not seeing any on-screen action.
Here, you like this, right? You like this, right?
Okay.
So if that does happen, it's going to be a weekend of firsts and lasts.
What? Oh, I like it. Yeah. Yeah.
First podium, last MCEC.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time championship. First time a championship is shared.
Yeah.
Potentially. And if CT Ski wins, does that mean it's the first time somebody's come in a championship late and won it?
Oh, there's a good question. Like, to extend that, I think it's definitely going to be the first time someone's come into a championship late and still won it.
Yeah.
But to extend that, is it the first time someone's won a championship who wasn't a permanent driver when the season started?
Yeah.
Quite possibly. I
Yeah.
can't think off the top of my head anybody who wasn't a permanent driver in the first round of the championship and has won the championship.
It's a weekend of firsts and lasts, ladies and gents.
And if Ordan wins the championship, it'll be the first time someone's ever had a disqualification in a race who's gone on to win the championship.
There you go.
Mainly because it's the first time we've ever had a disqualification from the race in the MCEC ever anyway.
Yeah. Alright. O'Darn seems to be maintaining the gap at the moment to CTC.
Yeah, CTSki's got a good run up this hill though. He's closing ever so slightly. Seems like they're slightly quicker than each other in different areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this is as close as they've ever been.
O'Darn still stoic on his webcam.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a good run there, but so close.
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to have a side-by-side over the jump, but no.
Mountain Jet is just behind these two, but they look to be pulling away a little bit. Mountain Jet is 5 seconds behind. Oh, darn!
No!
Hits the barrier.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn. Well.
So that means the championship now goes to CTSki. But if O'Darn manages to take the lead back, it'll go to him. Or if he drops into third and Jed takes second, it'll go to Mountain Jed. I think Danny is out of it already at this point. He would have to win the race from the position that he's in for 14th overall. I don't think that's going to happen.
What a race. What a race, bruv.
We're only 20 minutes in.
We're only 20 minutes in.
Championship action all the way through.
This could be when you play it back, this will be the most times a championship has changed hands in one single race.
Yeah, probably. So let's see the live gaps. Over the GT2 Championship, CTSki's got about, what, 3 seconds there? And then another 3 seconds to Jed. Those are the top 3 fighting for the GT2 Championship.
Yeah, look at that. CTC's just been released.
He has. He has been released. I wonder if he was... I mean, coming into the championship after not doing the first... Oh, that's a massive crash for Ducati Doctor and PJ. You know, coming into the championship in round 3... Well, it was round 4 technically, but 2 rounds down, you would never expect that you'd have a chance to win the championship.
Crazy.
2.7
Crazy
seconds, 2.7. It's exactly equidistant between the top 3 and GT2.
Wow.
Top 3 and GT3 have pulled away from the pack as well. Berserker going for a pit stop. Yeah, lap 5. He's done it at the earliest possible opportunity. Timed that well.
Interesting to see if that strategy pays off for him.
He's not going to lose a position from it. I don't think. It's going to be close, but... There he is after his pit stop. Yeah, he keeps third. Alright, early pit stop. Keeps third. I had no idea we were doing it on current time. I only ever practiced it on noon. I did say in the chat, the race info, current time for all platforms. You have to on the North Loop.
It's a very picturesque place to race.
It's dicey on GT Danny's perspective. Oh, what's happened to Ducati Doctor?
Oh, Ducati.
Out of his car. Not having a good race.
Nope. Not having the best race. It's interesting, like when you look at them go over the jumps. I've noticed this on a couple of laps. Everybody is going massive over the jumps in GT2, apart from CT Ski, who's going very, like he gets like practically no height over his jump. Takes a lot of speed out of it. I guess just reducing risk.
Yeah, that I feel like that's the best option, to be honest. With the GTO, over the course of a race, like doing a hot lap might be quicker to just launch it, but over the race, I'm not sure.
He is super consistent, CT Ski.
Yeah.
With his lines and stuff.
Teams Championship is something that we need to keep an eye on for PC as well. All the championships are up for grabs. The top two teams were on identical points coming into this race. And the third team was only 7 points back. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we get further in.
And those teams are Presservex and Ron are tied on points, and LSDWP is 7 points behind.
Ducati Doctor is in one of those teams that is fighting for the team's championship. Every point counts, but he's well in last place at the minute.
Had some pit stops in GT1, bruv. We've had Kimmy, King Blaze, and Eric all taking their stops.
Okie.
Oh darn.
Oh
darn.
That's going to give Jed a run, is it? Wait, no, Jed's even further back. Okay, so Jed and Dan are making mistakes. Mindless Riff is very close to Cleo in the lead of GT1.
Darnock's fallen back a fair bit as well.
Yeah. Well, that's...
Well, not too much actually. Let me see it.
Yeah, he's not too far back actually. 1.9 seconds back is Mindless Rift to Cleo, with Darnock a further 4 seconds back behind that. Mindless Rift has been the Neely man this season.
You don't half use weird phrases.
Well, he's been seconds and thirds all the way through the season. My point was that it would be nice to see him get a win. His first win.
Let's just clarify. Is that phrase Neely man?
Neely man, yeah.
Oh, nearly.
Yeah.
Right. Got you.
What did you think I was saying?
It was somebody called Neely. I don't know. Neely man. Don't know. Never mind.
Okay.
I've never heard that phrase before, but okay. Cool. Nearly man. Got you. Makes sense now. Yeah. What word do you use?
You've never heard that phrase before?
Nope.
Has anybody else heard that phrase before? Surely.
Makes perfect sense now that I know what you were saying.
Yes, one person. 2 people.
2.
Most people not. Okay.
Maybe it's a Maybe it's a north of England thing.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm sure I've heard it like on Formula One broadcasts and stuff, and like maybe not. I thought it was a motorsport term, yeah. Touring cars, things like that. I feel like.
That's Neil.
Oh, a lot of pit stops happening.
Darn, having issues. Oh, Jed's going to be reining them in.
The thing is, that's gonna be interesting because if Jed overtakes Darn, that's the championship for Jed. Jed needs to finish second. The only situation where Jed can win the championship by finishing second is if CT wins. And that's exactly how it is right now.
Right, we've had some pit stops.
Yeah, there was. It looked like on the map that there was a lot of pit stops.
Yeah, so Cloud McShort and Mild in GT1, as well as Trumpet. And GT2, you've had Ducati Doctor. And
Oh wow, Ducati Doctor, did he die?
I don't know.
People were saying F in chat like he literally died. Did his controller disconnect again maybe? What happened? Where did he...
Oh, he did actually die. His game froze.
Oh wow. Literally blew up. Controller died again and it looked like he exploded. Wow, okay.
Yeah, his controller died.
That's insane. Mindless Riff entered first. Oh, we're about to see the overtake. They're battling over the lead. Mindless Riff and Cleo. Cleo's got the inside though. Oh, we got. Oh, and then Mindless Riff takes it.
Wow, that was a great move.
Yeah. Just let him make the mistake into the barrier.
Perfect line. So that puts Ducati Doctor down to 20th. So we've got two GT3 drivers ahead of him now.
Okay, yeah, Ducati Doctor's having a bad time. Last time he was behind GT3s was the last race, but that was at the very start and he was able to bring it back.
Yep.
This one...
Darn has pitted during all that, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's down behind Danny now.
So we got our battle for the lead in GT1, the overall lead. Am I right in... I think Cleo and Darnock have shared the victories in GT1, right? Oh no, Esco's early in the season. That GT3 on trumpet screen. What? The save. What?
What's happening with Ducati Doctor? Is he retiring?
Maybe he is, I don't know. Some GT3 just flew and then I wasn't really looking at trumpet screen, honestly. I was looking at the battle for the lead as Cleo makes his first pit stop. Landed on trumpet. Did anyone clip it? This sounds spectacular.
I can see if I can get it
Okay.
from Trumpet's perspective. Oh no, I'm just short. I can't get it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh well. You are sight.
Yeah, it looks like Ducati has hung it up, so I'll swap Ducati's perspective out with his's.
Okay. I had issues like last week. So are you... can you not continue, Ducati Doctor? Restart and he was able to bring it back. So we're looking in the bottom left. Bloody hell! Oh my god, what a save! What a save! Wow! That is incredible. Who was that? Was it Daleks, maybe? That's unbelievable.
Alright, I've updated the GT2 link if you want to pick that up. Danny has just pitted. Has released O'Darn. Oh, CT Ski having a little bit of a trip with the bushes. Excuse me.
So this is GT2, okay.
We've got 2 drivers in 13th. Well, we did.
Good night, Phil.
Thanks, Phil. This is better.
There's Ducati Doctor, Daniani and Hizen, I should say, going through. There they are in the bottom 2 spots. Hizen, the GT4 champion on PC this season, having a run out in the main championship. He's done a few reserve races in the main championship. See how he manages to do. Yeah, Ducati Doctor, the only thing I'm thinking is that if you pull over to the side of the road, you're not really going to get any points for the team if someone disconnects in front of you and they've done more laps than you. You never know, you might get a position from a disconnection. On the point count. Tied on points coming into the race.
Where's that fighting spirit that we saw in the LSGP?
Yeah, exactly.
Mind you, Bruff could just be saying this because he's a Ron shill.
Ron Shill.
Darnock has taken his pit stop, just to let you know.
Okie dokie.
Mindless Riff still hasn't taken his.
Is that Ducati Doctor just in front of CT Ski? It is. Blue flags for that one it'll be. Gotta get out of the way of the same class if you're being lapped. No blue flags when it comes to other GTs. He left it on LSGP. It could be my engine idling in the background.
So, Darn's pretty close to first and second, and he's a pit stop ahead of first and second. It's going to be close.
I think I mean, he was already in second place before the pit stops. So I think he's going to come out ahead of when Jed makes his pit stop. But I think CTski's 20 seconds ahead. The pit delta is not 20 seconds, I don't think. Jed's only 2 seconds ahead, actually, so Jed's lost more time. Let's see.
Let's see what's happening in GT3. Oh, okay. Berserker's up in second. He's managed to pass Large Soda now.
He is. Large Soda done his pit stop.
He has indeed.
Beta one hit. Everyone.
Yep, everyone in GT3 has pitted apart from Daleks.
Okay.
Everyone in GT2 has pitted apart from CT Ski and Mountain Jed. Everyone in GT1 has pitted apart from Mindless Riff.
Mindless Riff in the lead of the race overall.
Oh, Berserker had an issue there. Oof, that's not going to help him out.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Oh, and now getting caught up with the GT1.
Oh, really? Oh, a little bit of a tap. Hizen and Danny in GT2 still battling it out. Have they both... Did you say everybody's made a pit stop in all classes? Apart from Mindless Riff?
Exactly not what I said.
Wow.
Everyone apart from Mindless Riff in GT1, everyone apart from CT3 and Jed in GT2, and everyone apart from Daleks in GT3.
Okay. So this battle that we're seeing between Danny and Hizen in GT2 is legitimate for position.
Yes.
If I get free Twitch Prime, do I have to pay afterwards? As long as you cancel it, and you can cancel it straight away, then no.
What? That's not right what you just said.
What? What?
If I get a free Twitch Prime, do I have to pay after? The question not like when the Twitch Prime sub runs out. Oh my god, who's that? Somebody just had a nightmare in the shared section. But the question is when the Twitch Prime sub runs
just
out, does it automatically switch to a paid sub? No, it doesn't. You just need to renew your Twitch Prime sub again manually.
I thought it was about having the free Prime
that's
trial.
Amazon Prime. Right.
Who knows?
Anyway,
that was Mountain Jed, I think it was, who had the issue on the shared section because he's dropped behind Odan. So Odan's up into second.
Are you sure? If it was Odarn having those issues in the shared section, then
no, it was Jed.
Oh, sorry. If it was Jed having those issues in the shared section, then I would imagine he would have had to respawn because he was trapped between the stadium and the guardrail. Okay. Unless he somehow managed to pull it out. Unless
Jed came together with somebody else, maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe had to wait. Jed's having a nightmare.
Minus Riff still hasn't pitted.
Correct.
Yeah, Cleo's going to take the lead again. The gap is enough, I think.
Isn't and Danny are so close?
Yeah, they're having a good battle.
If Danny can't have the championship, at least he can have a good battle.
Yeah. CT Skis takes his pit stop. Alright, let's see. Sync that up properly.
Closer than I expected.
Yeah, he's got a comfortable lead, actually.
Yeah, he does, but still closer than
I feel like it's
expected.
about the same as it was before the pit stops.
Alright, so that's everyone apart from Mindless Riff in GT1 and Daleks in GT3 taking their
CT Ski's
pit
got
stops.
traffic with the GT3
Sure does.
and the GT2 of
holds it
Ducati
well,
Doctor.
though.
Yeah, that was well done. Ducati Doctor's probably going to get out of it. Should do, at least. And then O'Darn's going to have to deal with that traffic as well. So at the minute, it's winner takes all between CT Ski and O'Darn.
Yeah.
Both of our drivers.
Darn!
Oh,
Oh, darn!
It's never going to get old, that is it?
Oh, it really isn't. Oh, Danny!
Oh,
that one doesn't work as
no,
well.
it doesn't.
Oh, Danny! Oh, Danny!
All right, let's see them around the hairpin, the GT2s. O'Darn getting held up by the same GT3 that CT Ski had to navigate. There's CT Ski in the lead of GT2. There is O'Darn in second place. It's a pretty healthy gap at the minute. And then who's third? Is there going to be a big gap? I'm expecting it to be Jed. No, Jed's fallen even further back. Hisn's in third.
Isn't it, Danny?
Yeah, there's Jed. Minus Riff has taken his pit stop because Cleo's just entered first again. Has Jed pitted?
Yes, Jed has pitted, and so has Mindless Riff. We can see Cleo is in the lead. Darnock has not managed to overtake Mindless Riff though.
I think that's Minus Riff ahead of Darnock actually, so if anything, Cleo's pulled out a big gap on the top two. Second and third, I should say. Minus Riff was in the lead, but looks like he's dropped quite far back on Cleo. Maybe a mistake or something. So we'll get a rundown of the GT1s when they come through, why not? There is Cleo in the lead, championship leader as well. Big gap to Minus Riff in second and Darnock in third and Eric in fourth. Wow.
Danny got a wee bit creative trying to overtake his in there.
Those three in the top, in second, third, and fourth in GT1 are all the teams, in the teams that are fighting for the team's championship.
Excellent.
You should look at that. how the team's championship's doing. I think we're going to see the GT3s as well. Good night, Emil.
Tell you what, Berserker's done a good job catching up to bit one hit.
Well, we're actually looking at that now. Yeah, that gap is that's come down quite a lot after his early accident.
Yeah,
He's in the
exactly.
second. He's pushing.
Benny's gone off the bridge.
Ugh. Yeah, big gap to third place, Large Soda. So it's the top two, our two championship protagonists in GT3 in the top two spots again. Berserker, I mean, he's racing for a championship.
You're getting spicy. Danny enjoying the rich sweet of suspension kicks that the Pally GTO can provide. Alright, GT3, Benny, Jonty and Tony Soprano have come in for their second stops. First rounders to take their second stops. Danny falling back a bit from his now.
Yeah, Hisn's pulling away, isn't he? A little bit. Not much, though. Oh, Eric. Yeah, that's his first stop, so that battle...
Oh, what a scumbag!
Eric was at the back of the top two.
Sorry, why is it his first stop?
Is it his first stop? Is it his second?
Second.
Oh, right, okay, so he's in with a chance of getting second place in the race then. Baker Dan with the gift sub to Amazing Tom 21. Enjoy, Amazing Tom. Enjoy being subscribed. Use the emotes. Have fun. Use the RP command. Enjoy. And thank you, Baker Dan. So CT Ski's running away with it at the minute. He's pulled out more of a gap to Ordan. I think Jed is out of it at this point.
Mild has taken his second stop in GT1.
Alright. Got a few people going for it. So this is pretty good. We've got the top four in GT2 all on the screen at the same time.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Well, one of the first times we've been able to say that. all
Yeah, I
season.
know, yeah. For any class.
Yeah, and any platform. Alright, Kimmy has taken her second? Their second.
There. He's safe. Baker Dan with the 2 months. Thank you, Baker Dan, for the gift sub and the 2 months. Very kind of you.
What's with the pumpkins?
It's an orange.
Thematic. We do change it to a pumpkin for Halloween, to be fair.
That's true.
Looks like Darn just hasn't got the pace to catch up with CT Ski.
CT Ski's gone hard.
Some traffic now.
Minus Riff is still in second. Yes, Kenzor. I tell you what, this team's championship is going to be close. What's the what are the teams involved again? I know it's Ron and LSDWP are further back. Who are Ron level on points with?
Ron and Presservex.
Ooh.
Ron and Presservex with LSDWP 7 points back.
So at the minute, Ron are going to take 15, 28, 29 points. Presservex are going to take 10, 16, 22 points. And LSDWP are going to take 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 10 is 26. Wow, it's so close. At the minute, as it stands right now, I think Ron win the championship on PC, but like a few changes of position and it can all change.
When you get a doctor needs to finish the race.
Yeah, it's important. That's what I was saying.
Sorry, did I hit the mic there? Is ahead and down, but his stream is so far behind.
Yeah, his stream keeps stuttering a bit for me. So it's cooled down a little bit in GT2.
Darnock has taken his second pit stop in GT1.
Yeah, he's in 5th place now. So he can... That stream is 9 minutes behind what's actually happening. So let's refresh that. He's actually behind Eric. And Eric was behind both of him and the Minus Rift before Eric. So that early pit stop for Eric has actually paid him well. That could change the team's championship as well. If Eric gets up in a second and Minus Rift drops back down to third, and you know, it's kind of crazy. Minus Rift is still in second, but still has a pit stop to do. Blaze is currently in third, but also a pit stop behind, I believe. So he's in a net 5th, I think. GT3. I haven't been paying attention. Looks like Beta 1 hits put out a bit more of a gap, but they're still very close. Still can't get over Benny's camera.
I know, right? It's great.
8.2 seconds is the difference between Beta 1 hit and Berserker. Berserker needs to overhaul 8 seconds and then overtake to share the championship.
Both drivers are able to take their second stops.
Okay. Looks like the gaps remained pretty consistent between Ordan and CT Ski. Oh, Hizen and Danny go with the GT3. This is a battle over the final podium spot. Benny just waved, did he? Okay, I missed that. Alright. Jed mustn't be too far behind these two in GT3.
Oh, Danny has taken his.
Yeah, there he goes. That's back up into third place. Another podium.
Trumpet has taken his second stop. And with that, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. We'll see these two battlers, Hizen and Danny, as they come past me. I'll swap the perspective. Yeah, 3 of them. All battling over third place in GT3. GT2, sorry. Pretty calm at the minute. We're kind of waiting for Mindless Riff to do his... Blaze has done his second pit stop, it looks like. So Mindless Riff is now... Blaze has gone to 5th place, I should say. Mindless Riff's doing second, but we're waiting for him to do his second pit stop.
I'm back. What did I miss?
Not a lot.
Oh.
In fact, nothing.
Oh. Well, that's good then, I guess. No. Hizen coming in for his pit stop.
Okay, is that the first in the top 4 to make his second stop in GT2? Must be, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Cleo has an 8-second gap over Mindless Riff, who has a 19-second gap over Eric. I wonder what the pit distance is. It's definitely more than less than 19 seconds, I think. We're going to see a pit stop from Cleo at any point.
No.
Not now, at least. See GT being patient behind a GT3 car. GT3 car. Would have lost him a bit of time, but not under any pressure at the minute.
What's going on? No. Must be you that's behind. Was that a
might be.
GT3 car? Where?
Swapping perspective seems to just put them out of sync all the time.
Yeah, I think it's just Chrome trying to save resources.
Berserker, he must have made his second stop, right?
It has indeed, 2 minutes ago. Yep.
Yeah. He's come out behind a load of traffic. Maybe that's a good thing if you let all that get past him.
Yeah, one hit's just had such a huge amount of clear air.
Yeah, after that initial crash from Berserker. Okay, so Dan is now 12 seconds behind CT Ski.
Alright.
So that's big. As it stands right now, Cleo wins the GT1 championship, CT Ski wins the GT2 championship, Beta 1 Hit wins the GT3 championship, and Ron would win the team's championship. But all of it could change. Oh, darn. Any issues?
I'm gonna get old.
Gonna see Danny and Jed coming through. And then Hizen is further back, having made his pit stop already. I like how the chat is just doing dad jokes.
Good. Good.
Alright, looks like Beta 1 Hit's gonna come in. I saw him playing around with Molotovs, so
Yep. Indeed coming in.
let's see that happen. And see where they filter out.
Yeah, Berserker's still way back.
Yeah. I mean, it was
Oh,
8
just-
seconds before the pit stop, so...
No. I thought he bit one hit through a Molotov after he came out the pits, and it looked like he had set his car on fire.
Okay.
But no, it's fine.
I was wondering why he threw that second Molotov, actually.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
was no need to. That's his final
No
pit
need
stop.
yeah. It's just habit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Beta 1 Hit's got a big lead at the minute. But there's still 25 minutes of the race to go.
Yep. Soda coming in. Oh, that's Danny coming in as well.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
DWP.
See where he pops out in respect of Hizen.
Yeah, he's gonna. Oh no, his stream will be behind, won't it?
I think it's going to be close because they were very close before the pit stops happened, so 5 laps to go.
No, not close. Not close at all.
It's not close. Hizen must have lost a lot of time somewhere.
Yeah. Tell you what, Sitiski's driving with such patience around these GT3
Yeah,
drivers.
he really is.
Really good job.
That was the leader of GT2 overtaking the leader of GT3. He's driving with a lot of patience just overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's helping with the Tiny GTO, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, it hasn't actually lost a position.
It's because Mountain Jed was in the
14th.
mix. Oh, I wonder if has Mountain Jed made his second pit stop as well?
Yeah, about a minute ago.
Yeah, so the same team. Mountain Jed must have followed Danny in, and Hizen must have had a crash or a mistake somewhere, and that's what's allowed both Danny and Mountain Jed. Now Nightbot's getting in on the action with the dad jokes. Why did Sweden start painting barcodes on the sides of their battleships so they could Scandinavian?
That's a great joke.
That's a good one, Nightbot. Good joke. So passing me is going to be the leaders in GT2 and GT3. There's CT Ski in the lead of GT2. There's Beta 1 hitting the lead of GT3. There's Ordan second place in GT2. And there's Berserker second place in GT3. And those will be the top two in the championships as well, if it finishes like that, in that order.
So, Danny's in third.
Danny's in third, yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, on my screen it looked like he was closer to the darn than
Okay.
he actually was, but he wasn't. It's not going to happen in the pit stops.
Yeah, and the only way that anyone wins the championship without winning the race is Jed finishing second when CT Ski wins, so it's winner takes all in GT2. Cleo, the leader of the race overall, coming around to lap some the third, fourth, and fifth places in GT2. Not very long, but then there's still pit stops to make actually. So
Darn has just made his second stop.
yeah, no flaming. Jed isn't in second place. Danny is in second.
No. Darn is in second.
Dan is in third. Sorry.
No. Darn is in second. Danny is in third.
Yeah, it was if Flaming was asking if
Oh, is this championship?
if Dan
rather than
pulled
the rest?
over, would Jed end up in second and win the championship? But no,
Right,
Danny
right.
would.
Oh, that one's dark.
I have the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the San Diegos. It is a little dark. Jesus, Nightbot.
Alright, we're just waiting on Cleo, Mindless Riff, Ski and Daleks to take their second stops.
Okie dokie.
Jay Santos is just taking a second stop in GT3. Yep, we are almost done. Last race. DC.
Cleo probably taking a stop right now because Minus Rift's just entered first on my screen.
Yep. No?
No?
No.
Oh,
No,
is he
was
second?
for,
Oh, yeah, that
track.
was for position. We missed that.
Yeah. How's that happened?
I don't know. I didn't even see.
I shall peruse the footage.
All right. So Cleo loses the lead. Minus Rift back into the lead.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Scoutmaker
think he's-
10 with the 2 months. Thank you.
I think he's been majorly slowed down by large soda.
In the GT3.
Yeah.
But Minus Rift was about 8 seconds behind.
I'm just looking to see if it gets any more interesting between them. It slowed him down a lot on the back straight.
Ah, the back straight. Yeah, okay. Still, 8 seconds is a lot. Unless Minus Rift had managed to close in.
Oh, hang on. I found a crash.
Oh, okay. Now things become clearer.
I was like, what? Wait a minute.
Let's
I
see.
shall send that clip to you.
So this is the battle for the lead in GT1 then. Both haven't made a pit stop, and both haven't made their second pit stop. That means Eric could be in with a chance for the win.
There's the clip for you there, bud.
Let's see. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's the... Okay. That's how the lead was lost. Oh, that gets messy.
Oh, Satiski's taking a stop. Alright, everybody in GT2 completed their stops.
There's Minus Riff and Cleo going through.
Satiski is miles ahead of Odar. Will this do anything with the championship if Mindless Riff retains first?
He might have a chance at getting second in the championship, taking that away from Darnock.
So, yeah, so Darnock still doesn't have a chance then.
No. Cleo is already 9 points ahead.
Got you.
Might see a lead change here, though.
Yep, they're both coming in together.
Oh, they're making pit stops. Okay. I think I'm behind
Yeah.
then. Alright, so they've come out together. Are they going to maintain first and second, though? Because Eric is in third and wasn't... I think that's Eric just behind. Could be on for a three-way fight for the victory in the final MCEC race. Who's
Hey,
that
what,
behind
Darnock's not
Cleo?
too far back either.
Not long to go now. What, 15 minutes of the race? Oh my god, I'm not showing it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Alright, all of our drivers have taken their 2 stops. Cool.
So we don't need to worry about pit stops for anybody?
Nope. They're all done.
So yeah, that is Eric right behind Cleo. Minus Riff just ahead. And Darnock's not too far behind these three. It's going to be a four-way fight over the lead battle.
Did Eric not have like a crash at the start?
I think so, yeah. He had a bit of an incident from when I can't remember exactly what, but
Good race then, eh?
yeah. He's done good with his pit stop strategies, I think.
Alright.
Come on, Mindless. He's been in this position before on Ron Raceway. Be good to see him get a win. Oh, Eric is had his nose up the inside of Cleo there a little bit. He's pounding him. How is it looking in GT3? Ah, big gap.
Are Mild and Darnock battling?
No, I think Mild was coming from the other direction on the shared section.
Oh, okay. Got you. Gonna say. Oh, Cleo's got traffic. The GT3.
It's round it.
Wow.
If anything, caught up to Mindless Riff a little bit. Darnock's 14 seconds behind Cleo, so it's definitely a three-way fight.
Are you sure it's not a battle that Darnock's in? Keeps looking behind him.
Oh, he might be at risk of losing fourth, but he's not in the top three fight.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
There's Mindless Riff, there's Cleo, there's Tupper's Eric in the top three spots in GT1 going into the final, 10 minutes of the race? And let's see, Darnock, who's he got behind him? Is it Blaze? It is Blaze. Okay, so Blaze and Darnock fighting over 4th and 5th in GT1. So looks like no change there. Let's have some GT1 sounds. I wonder if we can switch this up actually. I'm going to put GT1 and GT2 together. The top two in each. Well, that we've got perspectives of. CT ski. Yeah.
Yep.
Looks like Minus Riff's put out a bit more of a gap to Cleo, but they're so close that anything can happen. As Cleo comes past Danny, second in GT1, overtakes third in GT2. I don't think the top two in GT2 are going to get overtaken by the GT1s. That was the same thing in Xbox One as well.
Properly hassled by Blaze.
Yeah, he looks very close.
One person you don't want breathing down your neck.
is fishy trying to take my car from me in game. Now that all the pit stops are done, pit watchers are starting to get antsy. Really close to the action here.
Don't die.
Oh, Cleo getting held up by Beta one hit. There he is. Alright, there's CT Ski in the lead of GT2. Waiting a long time before we see Don. There's Don, second place. Big gap. Then we're going to see the GT1s. There is Mindless Riff in the lead of GT1. Cleo in second, still chasing. Eric in third. It's very close. And then Darnock's quite far back. There's Beta 1 hit in the lead of GT3. So it seems like all the leaders are going to cross the line at similar time. Except GT2s, the leaders in GT2s is close. There's Blaze and Darnock. So close together.
Yep.
Last lap for the GT1s. This is it. What's gonna happen? Oh, Blaze gets the run on Darnock. Gets up into that fourth place.
Wow. Poor Darnock, eh?
One lap to go, but these are long laps. And I think the GT2s are going to have another lap to go after this. Oh, wait. Oh, Mindless Riff has crashed from the lead on the last lap.
Oh, no.
I think he must have done the same mistake that Cleo made.
Oh, okay. Got you. The balance has been restored then.
Yeah. Oh, Mindless Riff. The Neely man, seconds and thirds, been in the lead in the last few rounds and just hasn't managed to get it. Feel bad. Can't get a win. That would be me, to be fair, if I was in the lead of the North Loop race tomorrow. I'll just crush it on the last lap. He's actually dropped down to third place.
You don't have much faith in yourself, do you?
I don't. Darnock just rear ends Blaze.
Yeah. Venting a bit of championship frustration there. Oh, Blaze and Darnock again. Darnock takes Blaze out.
Oh,
Doesn't
really?
wait.
I missed that.
Yep.
I was asking in the chat if it was him. Oh, mindless riff. God
You're
dang
really
it.
gutted for that, aren't you?
I know.
You big old run, shill you.
Can't get a win. So after all that action, it's going to be the same story in GT1 as what it's been the last few races, and Cleo is going to take the victory.
Benny, please.
Oh man. Here comes Cleo across the line to take the win and the championship in GT1. Eric takes a good second place there, with Minus Riff taking home another podium in third. And taking third place in the championship, I think. I wonder if he would have been able to take first place in the second place in the championship, Mindless Riff ahead of Darnock if it results had stayed as they were. But Darnock comes home in fourth, with Blaze in fifth. Looks like Danny's going to take third in GT2. The top two in GT2 have already gone past, so we're going to be waiting a while for them. Here comes Beta 1 Hit in the lead in GT3 to take the championship victory, with Berserker will take second place in the race and the championship. And then we've just got the GT2s.
CT and Darn still have about half a lap to go.
Yeah.
More than that for Darn.
Big gap between them, but you never know. 16 seconds between them. There is Berserker finishing in second place for GT3. Ducati Doctor finishes the race. GG. And now we've just got the top two in GT2 to finish the race. The first time ever, I think, if CT Ski gets this championship, that we'll have somebody win the championship who wasn't a permanent driver at the start of the season. First time ever that we would have someone win the championship who came into the championship late and hasn't done enough rounds. Only 6 out of the 7 point scoring rounds and the 8 rounds in total.
So how does that work then? Does he, out of his 6 results, does he still have a throwaway?
No, he just scored enough in
He
his
just
6
takes.
rounds to have more points than.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do the 2 rounds that he didn't participate, does that count as his?
Oh, what a
one of those
scumbag.
counts as his throwaway?
Yeah. It's
Right,
your best
right,
6
okay,
results, so
Okay, cool.
rather than
That's
thinking of throwaway rounds. Benny with the 19 months. I tried chat, couldn't find my opening. I can replay it if you want. We saw a little bit of that video. We can watch it again. And Tripstick with the 32 months. Thank you.
TS nobody's not too happy with.
Yeah, that is
CT
quite the lap
as well.
time. 4 minutes 32 for CT Ski in a GT2 car. That's impressive. 4 minutes 33 for Ordan. Ordan was a second per lap slower. And I think on the North Loop he just can't compete when it comes to stuff like that.
Feels so good to actually win something.
People are not on racing.
So let's wait for them. Let's wait for the top two in GT2. They're the only two who need to finish. There he is. CT Ski takes the victory in the race and the championship. It was winner takes all by between 4 drivers for the GT2 championship, and CT Ski does it. Ordan in second place. I'm pretty sure that takes second place in the championship. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. So Eric actually had the best lap of anybody with a 4:19 in GT1. Takes second place. Cleo takes the victory though with minus Riff in third. In GT2 we had CT Ski taking the win ahead of Ordan and Danny Annie, who got the better of that battle over third. And then I wonder if Cleo can scroll down. Beta 1 Hit takes a victory in the Comet Retro with Large Soda was actually in third. Berserker was just under a second per lap, best lap slower than Beta 1 Hit. Large Soda was a clear third. And Beta 1 Hit takes the championship with that. I guess I should try to work out the team's championship right now, since you know it's so close. Let's try that before we finish the MCEC. So,
all right, maths boy, get your calculator out.
It's time. So that's 10 points plus 1 point plus 15. 25 points for Ron. Presevex get 8 points plus, where did Jed finish? 5th, so that's 6 points plus Jonty, who finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th, 6th, so that's 4. Damn it. So it's between Ron and LSDWP. LSDWP need to get 32 points. I don't think they've done that. Eric with 12 points. Danny Annie with 10 points. And Large Soda with 10 points. Oh. Wow! 1 point! Ron take the team's championship by 1 point. Do you know what that 1 point is? It's that 1 point that Ducati Doctor got on LSGP.
There you go.
Wow! If he hadn't have got that point on LSGP and they finished tied on points, LSDWP would have won the team's championship because they have a better highest point score. That extra point that Ducati Doctor fought for all the way through LSGP, that won the team's championship for Ron on PC.
What'd you say to that, Ducati Doctor?
Wow.
You're happy you didn't give up now.
When you're talking about every point counts. I mean, yeah, penalties could happen, you know, it could change on penalties and things like that, but as it stands right now, that's incredible. Yeah, LSDWP had a 34 point score, so if they'd finished level on points, LSDWP would have taken it. Wow. Wow, what an end. GG everybody on PC for the last time in the MCEC.